So, how do you know that this is a dream? How do you wake up from the dream, right? How do I realize what I am? Oh, this is not real. If we go back to your dreams, when you have dreams at night, maybe you had a dream last night. What is it that you actually know about the dream? Do you even know what a dream is? A dream is an experience, right? Thoughts, images, whatever you saw, which was shape and color, movement. You had sensations, there was sound. It was raw experience. That raw experience was free of interpretation, but yet the interpretation is what made you make sense of all of it. Without that interpretation, you wouldn't be able to remember that you had a dream or that you had an experience of a dream. So you wake up in the physical world, apparently. You're like, oh, I had a dream. Maybe it was a scary dream. Maybe it was an exhilarating, exciting one, but you remember it very much like a memory, very much like your imagination. That is what a dream is. A dream is a memory, it's an imagination, it's a thought. So anytime you are having a thought, you are dreaming. You can have a thought right now. The moment you believe that thought, you take it personal. You believe the I that it's referring to, and you don't investigate that I, you are now in a dream. You're in a dream of lack, of fear, of separation, of the doer, of the person, of the someone. And this is subtle. This is very subtle because you may say, okay, but why do I still feel real? Why do I haven't waken up? What are you exactly trying to wake up from other than your own delusions, your own ideas and misunderstandings? This is how powerful thought is. Not because it really is, but let's give it credit where it's due. We believe this dream of separation, this dream of person. It is part of the imagination, in a sense, the play, the movie, the game, all these words, this language that we were given, that we've input into this biochemical machine, these conditionings, these habits, these patterns, but there's something watching it. There's something that knows that, and it doesn't need to know itself, yet itself reflects in that. But if we look at the dream, that the dream is just a thought, we recognize this is really about presence. This is about recognizing what's already here, what's always been here. And you have to have the conviction, the proof, the knowing that it is you, and that a thought, a little thought, I mean, really, when we look at a thought, what is it? A word, a concept, an idea, an imagination? Where does it happen? Where does it arise from? Actually look for it. You're not going to find anything, because just as you, right, what you are really, which can't be defined or grasped, that's the whole point of it. Thought is very much like the same. The mind is very much like the same. The mind is a bundle of thoughts. And those bundle of thoughts create pillars that we call beliefs. And these beliefs, we can say, are sort of affirmations of what we believe that we are. It's the whole structure of the dream, of create your reality, where you fall into the trap of now you're giving power to beliefs and thoughts, which they don't really have any power. It's actually the belief itself is the power. But what gives the belief the power? Your attention, your knowing of it. So if you want to wake up from this dream of separation, don't believe the thought of separation. You will have the thought arise, but the moment you take it as real, you take it personal, you don't investigate that I that you think that it's referring to. Don't try too hard to find something or get it, because the mind will get into a loop. It's like going back to what knows this? Yeah, but what knows this? The mind will never get it. Here we're trying to see the mind for what it is, which is a loop. It's a mechanism, it's a conditioning. And the moment you see thought for what it is, it becomes powerless, it's neutral. There's no difference between me saying that I'm separate versus I'm not separate. Thoughts hold a lot of power because we think that they are truth. They can never represent truth, because who would accept that? Who would define that? Who would even know that? Like I said, you are truth. You are the answer, because it cannot be debated. It cannot be questioned. As long as you have questions, you'll look for answers, and those answers will lead to more questions. This is not about getting something. This is about recognizing what's here. And this is not the dream. We can say that the dream is happening in what you are. It's the space, it's the substratum, and it doesn't need to know anything else. So you wake up from the dream by not thinking, wait, I'm in a dream. That's the I. That's the dream. I'm in a dream. Let me control the dream. Let me control the dream. Now you wake up from the dream when you stop believing in anything. You stop needing anything. You simply see what's here, which is the real you. It's the silence. It's the space. It's this knowing. It's this presence. And it has everything that you want because it's only a thought that would take you away from it. You may say, but I need to achieve peace. Like, why don't I feel at peace? There's the dream of thought. There's where I take it personal. And now I feel like I have a responsibility to actually become peaceful, that I need to feel peaceful. Right? If I don't feel peaceful, but feeling in itself is not going to give you that, because those feelings will come and go. You will become dependent on it. It's that very dependency. And that's what thought is. It depends on condition, on circumstances, on thoughts, on words, on proof. You can't get it that way. You have to have the conviction, the knowing that you are this. And that knowing cannot be debated. Because who really is there anyone else to say otherwise? I can say whatever I want to say to you, but ultimately it's going to come down to you, the real you. Once you know that, without needing to know it, you'll start expressing your true, authentic, raw, alive self that doesn't need to be anything in particular.